Hey everyone, welcome. We're live here, and I just had to drag myself away from a lovely conversation I was having. How dare you? I'm just kidding. We're here in Times Square, and this is the magical ball behind us that will drop at midnight. We're in an incredible location. We're on the Paramount building, overlooking Times Square, and yeah, it's quite a view up here. Inside Media, hey, how are you doing? Stephanie, hi, how are you? Happy New Year to you guys. Welcome. But yeah, we have this, very lucky to be up here in this view, and I'm going to try and get you a little bit of a view here. But Times Square is down there. I want to be very careful not to drop my phone, because that would be bad, because there are people down there and they don't want a phone landing on their head. That would be terrible. But yes. Oh, Stephanie's just getting over being sick. I'm so sorry, Stephanie. I hope you feel better soon. Rebecca, hi, how are you? Gavin, hello. Andrew, Happy New Year, Andrew. Andrew, I was literally just speaking. Okay, do you guys mind being in my live stream?
I don't mind. No.
Do you guys mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind? Andrew Bayliss is a fellow Australian. He's on the live stream. So it's another Australian here, Andrew. So I just wanted to introduce you. Of course, everyone in Australia knows everybody.
Very small
That's what it was. I just had to say, so there we go. Andrew says hi. And we were talking about how good the fireworks are in Sydney. That's what we were talking about. So anyway, yes. So there's a multicultural audience here from all over. So say, Stephanie's getting better. That's good to hear. Gavin, is that the Empire State Building? Yes. So behind the ball here, you see the Empire State Building right up there. That's the Empire State. And then down here, below me, and I'll just turn the camera around for a second for you. So I'm going to hold on to this tightly. But this is Times Square down here. And then there is the ball that they drop at New Year's. And I can try and zoom in on it for you. There it is. Very bright on the camera. But yeah, that is the Empire State Building right there behind it. And I would try and make it less bright, but YouTube won't let me adjust anything right now. So yeah, and we're on a balcony here. There's a big party going on. There's about 200 people here. And I'm going to take you this way, because by the way, this is behind me, this is the clock tower at the top of the Paramount building. And so yeah, it's very cool. So that's where Spider-Man sits to celebrate New Year, by the way. And then I'm just going to flip this around, and there's this other view through here, look, over Times Square, so we can look down on people. So yeah, let's see, what are people saying? June is saying, Happy New Year, June, it's good to see you. Andrew, it looked empty down there. Yeah, it's really interesting. So this part, and hopefully you can hear me because there's a lot of noise, this part has all been cordoned off. So yes, over there, they've shut all the roads down. Most of the people are all up the other end. And I can show you that now, I think, because somebody's probably made a space for me. Here we go. I will show you this view. So this is down now over Times Square, and actually all the people are up the other end there. And then here, this is CBS's stage that they use for the rocking New Year's Eve. And then over here is the view up to the ball and to the Empire State Building. But yeah, it's also been raining quite heavily. The rain's kind of abated for a moment or two right now, but it is definitely wet. As you can see, all those beams from the lights coming up there, those are being picked up because of the rain. So yeah, it's pretty epic. But yeah, so I feel very gothic up here in this space overlooking Times Square. Let's see, what else are people saying? Excuse me. The noise. Andrew's like, is the noise the Aussies? Actually, no, but I understand what you're talking about, Andrew. What else are people saying? Gavin's saying you've got a Lego Empire State Building, building it right now. That's super cool. And it is quite fun. It's quite fun. We got a few rooms here out on the deck here. A beautiful building, and it's kind of fun to be able to look down on Times Square. It has been wet, so I feel sorry for the folks that are having to be down there in the wet right now. It's probably pretty unpleasant, although the rain has stopped, so perfect timing. It literally hit 9 o'clock, and it was perfect timing for the live streams, and it stopped raining, so that's amazing. Let's see, Andrew's saying, doesn't look that busy as I thought it would be. So let me show you this shot over here. This is the other angle. So this street down here isn't busy because it's closed off, so they've closed off the whole of this grid. But then when you get here to 8th Avenue, which runs along here, it's packed. And I'll try and zoom in a little bit. You can see people there, but they've actually cordoned off the road, so you can't drive there, but you can walk along either side. So they've tried to completely contain the area, and the people that are down on the street, like I said, are kind of further back this way, because we are literally the ball is there. I mean, we're literally overlooking it. We're probably as close as we could possibly get to it. But yeah, so now the rain is definitely coming down. We had no rain for a second, and now it is very rainy. And like I said, I feel kind of bad for the folks that are going to have to put up with the rain. Rebecca's like, you always get into this exclusive places. We're very, very lucky to be here. Yeah, I do. I super appreciate it. Andrew's saying, what a great experience to have for New Year. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It would just be great if it stopped raining now. But we've got plenty of space inside that we can use if we need to. And actually, I might go down to the floor below in a second and show you the view from there, which is also really, really cool. Ed, hi, hello from there. That's my wife, by the way, Ed, if you wanted to know, who's down on the floor below, I think. Oh no, she's right here. She's literally there. On the line. I'm going to stand, actually. This is a good place to stand. It's not too wet here. Rebecca's saying it definitely looks rainy on the TV while I'm watching. Yes, it's rainy. Oh, wow, look. I'm live streaming my stream. People have got enough problems just seeing one of me without seeing two of me.
We could have done it 3 times.
We could have done it 3 times, yeah. Gavin's saying, could you go back to the side with 8th Avenue? Yeah, sure I can. I'll go over there now for you. It's the multiverse again. Hi, folks. Okay, yeah, so this is the 8th Avenue view from here. And if you look over there, you can see the Hudson River. And yeah, 8th Avenue is down here, which is where people are walking back and forth. The police are keeping people moving back and forth. And actually, this is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is right here in this theatre on Broadway. Again, these shows are closed for the evening because of the chaos in Times Square. Gavin wants me to look to my left. Here's the left. I'll go over here. Oops, sorry. Here we go. I'm looking to the left, Gavin. Is that helpful? Is that what you wanted to see? We were saying earlier that these buildings over here, there's a few floors that are empty. Looks like something from a spy movie. Over there on the other side of the street. But yeah. Yeah, Harry Potter is really good. Have you got the 2-part version in Australia? Or did you see it here in the US or in another country? Ah, the hotel you stayed in is on 8th. Yeah. I can actually hear a band down there. I don't know if you can hear. I can hear Zion being played by a band down there in the street.
And we sat there and watched it on the
Okay. I'm going to come and bring you back out over here. Oh, you have both. Yeah, the 2-part version is definitely better than the single-part version. Yes, yeah, exactly. I much preferred the 2-part version. It was just more fulsome as a story. The 1-part version of the show felt a little bit like it was on fast forward. A tallest building on the intersection, huh? Yeah, I don't know. This is the famous H&M building, by the way, that you see in the skyline all the time in New York. A couple of other cool buildings for you here down the side there. And I have to say that the Empire State is looking very, very cool. It's cycling through these different lighting effects at the moment as we prepare for the evening. Another thing that happens on the hour is they do a countdown every hour, and they launch fireworks here from the roof of what used to be the Times building, or at least this area was the Times building. It's not anymore now. The Times building is actually the tall building you can see here. That's the Times building now, New York Times, but it used to be here at the very tip, or the very head of Times Square, and now it is no longer. And actually they're doing some pretty significant building work in this area right now to basically bring some high-rise type experiences to Times Square, because I think a lot of these buildings, they pay their rent because of the signage. You put a big billboard on Times Square and sell advertising on it, you can have empty offices just like this, because you don't need people in there. But that was the original Times building right there. And then if we go over this side, actually, so I don't know if I can get in because there's a lot of... Hey folks, sorry, I'm going to squeeze past you, apologies. Down here, this is the CBS News building, and that's the stage that they're doing their broadcast from down there. Ryan Seacrest has been out on that stage quite a few times. So yeah, it's very, very cool. Yeah, Happy New Year, thank you, I appreciate it. New York is definitely what a town is true. You stand here and you look at kind of everything around you, and it is kind of crazy how amazing and insane it is here. So yeah, that screen, by the way, is also showing the broadcast here that's happening down, and there's multiple different channels broadcasting. So depending on which channel you choose and which network you best like, that's you'll either get Ryan Seacrest's rocking New Year's Eve, or you'll get the other stuff. And here's our Times Square presenter. Look on there. Hey, this is our live stream. Hey,
hi everybody.
So yeah, we're just showing everyone how cool it's looking out here. But yeah, I was just saying, I don't think being out here, I feel bad for these people that are out here in the cold. Look, they've been there for hours. People were lining up early this morning, and then lines opened about 8:30. They let people into the first corral areas. But you can see that they've moved some of the production stuff inside to the CBS News studio now. It's not out on the stage anymore. It has been very, very, very wet. So they're probably staying dry in order to be ready for the big event in a few hours' time. Right, I'm gonna move again. Oh, sorry, folks. It's coming through here again.
It's gone really cold.
It has gone cold because of the rain. What are people saying here? Rebecca, it's crazy seeing all the behind the scenes. Yeah, it looks very different, doesn't it? Compared to... Oh, there's some space opened up here. I'm gonna go back in here. It's like a wind tunnel, this little tunnel we're in here. Andrew Bennett says it looks like a petting zoo down there. It does a little bit, yeah. Chris saying, hi from Spain, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, thank you, I appreciate it. Gavin saying, I remember seeing the building you're at from my hotel. Yeah, it's very prominent, that because of the big clock on the top is particularly prominent. But yeah, here's some of the performance going on, so we get to see on the big screen some of what's happening down there. And again, the view from up here is very different to the view you see there. You notice that they've put the cameras right at the back, so you get this kind of view of folks, and they've left actually a very, very big gap between the performers and the performance. So if you come down here, you'll see that very large gap between any of the view of the stage. Packed in quite as many people as... Gavin's like, I'm happy I'm not there. Yeah, I'm happy I'm down there as well. I don't fancy spending all day I hear, I don't know, but I hear that some people decide that the approach to this exercise of being down there is to wear an adult diaper, because once you get in there, you can't get out. it's kind of how that works. So yeah. Yeah, Andrew's saying it looks completely different from my view. Yeah, it does. It's very safe. And like I said, we're at the very end, so all the cameras are set up. They're facing like the signage behind, and then obviously ball dropping later. So yeah. Yes, I'm liking the comments coming in right now about the adult diapers. I know. Just to be clear, I am not in, just in case you wanted to know, but I'm not. But I hear that some of the people down there have to be, because once you get into the line, you can leave the pen, as it were, but they won't let you back in again. And all of the, if you can imagine, grid here in New York, so I'm going to show you something here, this is kind of cool. But down here, so you know, this is 40, this is 43rd, so this is completely closed off. As you can see, there's nothing but cars, and it's closed off for 2 blocks. So actually that building that you see there, see the sloped one? That's actually Chandler's office building in Friends. But yeah, so all of that is closed off. So they've closed off Times Square for 2 blocks either side of Broadway in order for this whole exercise to take place. And that's a huge undertaking. When we arrived, the police presence was pretty significant, would be my way of describing it. Pretty significant. So yeah. Gavin, we took the car, we drove to Port Authority bus terminal, which has a pretty epic parking lot. We drove in straight through the tunnel and drove here. So yeah. So it didn't make it too hard. 7-minute walk from there to here. I don't know if you're watching New Year's at home, if you're in the United States, if that's the view that you're getting on your TVs. But that's what we're seeing.
I don't know. Matt, do you know who's singing?
I have no idea. I think I just lost my live stream. Folks, let me know if you can still see or hear. Oh, you can? Okay, good. I lost signal there for a minute. As you can see, there's just a few people here for New Year's Eve, which is probably what's causing some network issues. Just a few folks. I mean, there's 200 people here just in this party, so I can't imagine how many people there are in other office blocks. Let's zoom over here. Look, there's another party going on there across the street. Been waving to those folks that are out on their balcony in the wet. So yeah. We're back. I'm glad you're back. Yeah. The traffic on the way out of Manhattan must be a nightmare. Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let you know how bad it's going to be when we get there. I'm also holding onto my phone very tightly here because the last thing I want to do is accidentally allow my phone to go on a little extreme trip down there, which is not what we want for my phone or for anyone. Matt the Spy. Let's see if I've got signal back now. Let me know if you guys can see me again. Pop it in chat if you've got me, if you found me live. So yeah. Yeah, I'm back. All right, good. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, it's this little kind of tunnelette, I'm going to call it. It's possibly not the best environment for passing through a Wi-Fi signal. And actually, really interestingly, the regular phone signal is incredibly low right now. Partly probably because of everyone using it, but also I think because of how high we are. So the Wi-Fi is a much better experience. Still a little bit glitchy for you. I'm sorry. Like I said, you can see there's a lot of people on Wi-Fi right now, probably trying to share New Year's Eve with all of their friends. Let me know if it cleans up any or gets any better for you. We'll see how it goes. If it still carries on being a bit glitchy, I might stop and just post more stuff on my Instagram for you guys to see rather than doing this live. But I thought it'd be fun. I mean, it's New Year's Eve. We've got to go live, right? It's kind of the law, I would say. So yeah. All right. Let's get some more views over here because we can. Oh, sorry, I'm going to get in the way of these guys' phone. No, you go.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Oh, it's Becca. Hey, Becca. Say hi to everyone. How is it going this evening?
It's going good. I'm freezing.
But not as cold as the people down there in adult diapers.
No. I don't feel bad for them. No, I do feel bad for them. I don't feel bad for them.
Yes, yeah.
That makes sense.
We were saying earlier that we feel bad for them, and we would not want to do that. We would not want to have that experience. No, we wouldn't.
It's freezing.
Andrew says hey.
Hello, Andrew.
My dad?
You look like one of those sheep with all the hair that comes in front of their face
I know.
right now. Yeah. So that's Becca, my daughter. You just met her. Okay, so it's not too glitchy right now. That's good. Excellent. Good to hear. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see from the amazing view, or anything else you want to know. I will try and answer, as always, your questions if I possibly can. That's the little place I was in, by the way, the little alcove. And here on this building, I don't know if you can see this, but they have two of these very cool little alcoves that sit under here to get to the balcony. Because up there is the clock tower at the very top, just above us. And look, you can see the lights going into the sky. See all those lights from down in the street. It's kind of cool. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Andrew. I don't know who it is. That you mean somebody that's making a lot of noise? Sounds like they've had too much to drink, possibly. Actually, people are being very sensible at this party. Remember, it's only 9:24 as we speak, so it's not too. Who is already? I haven't seen anyone yet, actually. Everyone's, like I said, being very well behaved right now, engaged in conversation. I'll show you a shot of the party. Look, people in there. So yeah, it's people are people are all good as we speak. The food's been really nice as well. I'm actually hungry. Being out here in the cold is making me hungry again. Hi there. How are you doing? How are you doing, Red Zip? It's good to have you here. Welcome to the live stream. We're in New York. Andrew's saying, I love how you have New York as your view, but people are watching TV. Well, you know why they're watching the TV? Because it's an ad break right now, but there is a American football game, as I would call it, American football, but in this country they just call it football. There's a football match on, but so people are watching it before we hit midnight. So yeah. And this is, again, if you haven't seen already, the incredible view we have all the way up here to the ball that will drop at midnight. And the funny thing is that we're getting views of the performances, but because we're so high up, everything sounds kind of echoey and distant, because it is distant. We're like really high above it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Hey Chris, how are you? You're right. This is an outstanding view. I feel very privileged to be here for this. And we were saying earlier that being down on the ground would probably not be an experience I would choose, but being up here is definitely one that I'm enjoying right now, and it's super fun. The only slight challenge is the weather is a little bit drizzly, as we say in England. But earlier it was absolutely chucking it down with rain, which was not ideal in any sense of the imagination. Now, talking of people getting a bit crazy, there are people now standing in the windows here. They probably feel safer because there's floor below them, but I certainly wouldn't stand up in a window where there was a sheer drop behind me, as there are in many other places around this building. But this building is interestingly positioned because of its closeness. There's one building, so there's this building next to us across the street here, and then as you turn, literally we have Broadway cutting through in that direction there. And so we're basically right next to the ball. We're going to be up close and personal when this drops later in the evening, which is going to be a fun experience, let's face it. It's going to be very, very cool. It's always hard to tell quite what the weather's doing when you're standing on the top of a very tall building. We're on the 26th floor right now, and buildings have this interesting effect of blowing. The air blows up the building, so you get this kind of movement of air coming up and over. And so sometimes it feels like it's not raining when it is, because that draft of air coming up the side of the building has an impact on, there's a churn. So sometimes it feels worse and sometimes it feels better. When you walk into this little tunnel here, it's like a wind tunnel basically, and then when you stand here, there's no wind at all, and it's just damp. I'm feeling like an umbrella would have been a good idea, but then if I had an umbrella, you wouldn't see this epic view. So there you go. Like I said, let me know if you have any other questions or want to see anything else. I'm just going to show you this. This is quite interesting. This is over on 8th Avenue. Oops, sorry. So you see all that massive pool of light over there. That is just down from Port Authority bus terminal. And there is a lot going on there. There's a big police roadblock. They're stopping people from coming through there. But there are an awful lot of people because they're coming out of the bus terminal. And actually just behind it here, you can't see it happening, but that is actually where the road goes through to the Lincoln Tunnel. Oh my gosh, did you see that? I don't know if that's fireworks or some kind of lightning. Hope it's not lightning. That would be bad. It's lightning. We've literally got thunder and lightning on New Year's Eve. You saw that, right? The flashing in the sky. That's kind of crazy. Oh, the orange building was your hotel. There you go. You've seen your hotel now. That's epic. Very cool. All right, well, I think I'm going to go in now. This might get a little bit loud, but because it's getting very wet out there. Whew. Just going to squeeze through here. Now, this is where my signal could disappear. I'm just trying to remember the way to get down there. So I think this is where I might have a signal issue. This is a very New York stairway down here. Hey guys. You're being kept, tabs are being kept on you.
It's just nicer.
It's much quieter here.
I know, I can't even hear myself.
Come on.
Really?
Yeah, let me know if I come back, folks. Back, folks.
Oh look, they're letting people in now.
Oh, they are, yeah, look. So I don't know if you can see that. They're now letting people into the area. See how wet it is out there. The party is a mix of ages. They gave us wristbands. Where is my wristband? Anyway, they gave us wristbands depending on our age.
Oh, please, no. The cameraman.
The cameraman?
At the top.
Where?
That's the Coca-Cola machine.
Oh yeah, Becca's pointing out whereabouts underneath the Coca-Cola.
No, this red billboard right here.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they're on that.
No, I'm not talking about that.
No? I don't know about that.
Oh, you can see plenty of people on the roof though.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the same place.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Those people look very wet right now in this weather. That is just above the CBS building. They'll have some camera equipment up there, but you can see how bad the rain is coming down now. It's kind of crazy. It is not pleasant out there. I'm kind of glad I got in from that view. Yeah, there is a lot of security. We had to pass multiple security levels to get in here. So yeah, I don't know what security they've got above looking down, but probably more than we can see, I would think. But yeah, you can see folks now. Look, they're filling this corral here, and there's more people coming in at the bottom. So I'm assuming as we get closer to the actual moment, we'll see more and more folks appearing in some of these areas. They're probably doing other things before they come here. So yeah. But yeah, this is a slightly different view. It's not quite as good through the glass, but you get the point. You get the point. And like I said, that is the stage that Ryan Seacrest is on down there, just below us. So yeah,
Yeah, it is cold.
super fun, super fun.
It's colder that day.
Cool. Well, the signal is just holding up. So I'm glad that you can still see this. But yeah, I might jump on a bit later to give you more of the vibes as we get closer to midnight. Unless you're Andrew, who's already celebrated the New Year some time ago. Yeah, it's actually, so on the topic of the weather, it has been really cold here and it's about to turn really cold again. We had snow up until a few days ago and then it's rained and got really warm, and it's really warm here in New York. And so, but it's going to get cold again and we're expecting very cold winds. In fact, there's a winter weather warning in place starting tomorrow. So I think it's going to go from this kind of warm, rainy weather all the way through to some very, very cold, freezing weather. Andrew's saying, yeah, and New Year's Day here with blue skies is very warm. Yeah, it's a very different experience. Like I said to you, Andrew, I was just in New Zealand and it was really interesting seeing that whole experience of Christmas in the summer, which is still hard for my brain to conceive of, but it was very, very cool. Stephanie, thank you. Gavin, remember arriving in Manhattan and it was raining, but the buildings were getting hit and there was mist on us and we still got drenched, yeah. A wet day in New York is a very wet day indeed. Well, I'm going to leave you with a parting shot of the very, very cool environment down there. I wish you a very happy new year, whether it's happened yet or is still to happen, depending on where you are in the world. Enjoy and have a good time. And I'll try and jump on a little bit later as we get closer to the big time. Hi there. Sorry that you just joined and I'm leaving now. I apologize. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it. I will. And thank you. Happy New Year to you too in Germany. I'm assuming that's happened a little while ago now in Germany. But yeah, have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you a little bit later. Thanks for joining the live stream.
I do not.